Hello everyone and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight end of September 2024 super coupons. These are the coupons that are in effect right now from whenever you see this video all the way through to the end of September. So let's find out if there's any good deals in here. Maybe something you're looking for, maybe not. I don't know. We'll go through it and we'll talk about them and find out what's good and what's not. And if you want to find out where these coupons are, you want to see them, there you go. Type that into your browser right there. Head on over there, and that way you can find all these coupons anytime you like. And that way you get informed, and you can pull them up on your phone or something like that. If you want to have them scan it out the register, print it out, whatever it is that you want to do, there you go. That's where they're available. So let's start off looking at some of these deals that are available right here, right at the front, and then we'll get into the rest of the coupons. So we start off looking at some discount coupons for compressors. Whether you're looking for a McGraw compressor or a Fortress compressor, you can take either 10% off or 15% off. These coupons have been extended until the 29th. They used to be until about the 15th, and they got extended all the way through the 29th, so you got plenty more time to take advantage of it. Now, it seems simple enough. Take 10% off of the McGraws, 15% off the Fortress, but you can do a little bit smarter shopping. See, we have a parking lot sale coming up next month, which is only a few weeks away from now. And I already did a video on that parking lot sale coming up. And if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the corner of this video. That way you can go check it out. And they do have a bunch of McGraws and Fortress compressors on sale during the parking lot sale. The question is it going to be the compressor that you want? Now, they do have a bunch of them, like I said, but it may not be the one you're looking for. So what you can do is check out that video, check and see what compressors are available. And if the one that you're looking for is not on the sale, then you know to use this coupon right now. If the one that you're looking for is on sale during the parking lot sale, then you can do some comparison shopping, because since I put that up before the sale even happens, you know what the upcoming prices are going to be. That way you can compare your discount using these coupons or the discount on the parking lot sale, and that way you know whether to take advantage of these coupons right now or wait a few weeks until the parking lot sale. That's smart shopping right now. The good thing is you get to see the future before it even comes. So there you go. Now, here you go. If you're looking for a deal on some Bauer tools, in particular, the chainsaw. Here you go with this Bauer deal. You can buy a Bauer 20-volt 10-inch chainsaw, the 20-volt 5-amp-hour battery, and the 20-volt battery charger, all for $120. Is that a good deal for you? I don't know. You decide. But if you're looking for this chainsaw, whether you're in the Bauer family or not, this way you get the battery, the charger, and everything, so you can take advantage of using this chainsaw. Now, one thing I will point out, it looks big and beefy and all that, but it's just a very basic chainsaw. It's not that big or beefy or powerful or anything. And it is only 10 inches. You're not going to be taking down any trees or anything with this unless they're really small trees under 10 inches. And if you don't know what 10 inches is, pull out a ruler. You'll see it really is not that big. It may look big in the picture, but in reality, 10 inches is not that big. So this is mostly a pruning chainsaw. It's not made for taking down anything large. On the other hand, this guy over here, you can get the Atlas for about $100 more, where you could get the chainsaw, the battery, and the charger. And this is the 80-volt brushless chainsaw, and this is 18 inches. Now, with 18 inches, you can take down some decent-sized trees. That's like almost 2 feet right there. So that's a good tree that you can go through and take that down if you want to. So if you're looking at some massive pruning projects, this may be a better one to take a look at, even though it's $100 more. So this is the 80-volt brushless 18-inch chainsaw, the 80-volt 2.5-amp-hour battery, and the 80-volt battery charger. Now, you may want to check this out. I don't know by the description on here, because I'd have to go look at it right now, if this is the multi-volt charger that they have, and this is the multi-volt battery. If it is, then you can use these two guys with their 40-volt tools as well, because Atlas has the 80-volt and the 40-volt tools. In fact, this 2.5 amp-hour battery, if you use it on the 40-volt tool, it becomes 5 amp-hours. So that'll last you twice as long because you're putting out half the voltage. So that's something to keep an eye on if you have a whole bunch of Atlas tools. If this is your first entry into the Atlas family, then you have nothing to worry about. But you get everything included, so that way you can do all sorts of chainsaw projects around your property. So there you go. Now, let's look at some of these other stuff of the regular super coupons. Here you go. If you're looking for a portable generator, the Predator 9,000 watt gas powered portable generator for $750 right now, normally $800, so you save yourself $50. And before we keep going with this video and get too far into it, do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get notified every time I make another one of these money-saving videos for Home Depot, Harbor Freight, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Because keeping the money in your wallet is my whole purpose of doing these videos, to try to save you guys some money. So hit that subscribe button and let's move along. Anyway, here we go. Also, if you're looking for a horizontal shaft gas engine, 13 horsepower overhead valve, $360 right now, normally $380, so that's $20 you save. And how about this guy right here, the Warrior 4.3 amp 4.5 inch angle grinder with slide switch for $10. This little guy is one economical little angle grinder that a lot of people like. Normally $15, so you save 33% or about $5. This is a very convenient little guy to have on hand, especially if you don't want to have to switch the different attachments on it. If you have to use a lot of different blades and stuff like that, cutting wheels, grinding wheels, whatever it is that you need to do, you need to use a lot of them. You know what? For the price of one Bauer or Hercules, which is like $60, $70, whatever the case may be, you can have 5 or 6 of these guys. And that way you can just have them all hooked up with whatever you need, and you just pull it out and use it whenever you need to. It's a lot of time savings right there, and you don't have to worry about changing the attachment every time you need to do something different. So there you go. It's economical. It lasts a long time, but when it breaks, it's disposable. Toss it out, buy yourself a new one. So that's what a lot of people do. A lot of my viewers have said that's what they do. So there you go. And here you go if you're looking for a vacuum pump. The Pittsburgh 2.5 CFM vacuum pump for $75, normally $100, so that's $25 you save. And I should point out, if you're going to use this all the time, perfectly fine. If you're only going to use it one time to do some AC repair or something like that on your vehicles, you can rent this at your local auto parts store. They'll rent it to you for free. So check that out first before you do anything. And if you're looking for a tile saw, here you go from Diamondback, the 15 amp 10 inch wet tile saw with sliding table and extended rip capacity. So this guy's pretty good if you're going to be doing some large tile cutting like floor tiles, wall tiles, something like that, where you need like 12 inch tiles or 24 inch tiles, whatever the case may be. This may be one to look at. $450 right now, normally $500, so you save yourself $50. And if you're looking for an inexpensive welding helmet, you can save a few bucks right now. From Titanium, the 9.3 square inch auto darkening welding helmet for $80, normally $110, so that's $30 you save. Or how about a hardwood dolly from Franklin, 24 by 16, 1,000 pound capacity, solid deck hardwood dolly with carpeting so you don't scuff up anything. $25 right now, normally $30, so that's 16% off. Or how about a breaker bar from Pittsburgh with a lifetime warranty, 1.5 inch drive, 25 inch breaker bar for $13, normally $18, so that's 27% off or about $5. And how about a grease gun? Here you go from Bauer, the 20 volt cordless variable speed grease gun, tool only. So battery and charger not included, like it says right there. But if you got that deal earlier, you already got a battery and charger, so you're in the family. Hurrah for you. There you go. No problem. Huzzah. $100 for this guy right now. Normally $130, so that's $30 you save. And how about some warm lighting? Here you go from Luminar Outdoor 72-foot warm light solar rope light for $17.30. There you go. Normally $20. That's about 13% off or a couple of bucks. And if you're looking for a 1/4 inch drive, metric and SAE, there you go from Quinn. You can get this master socket set, 54 pieces for $45. Normally $50, so that's 10% off or about $5 you save. And this guy right here, you plan on doing some painting? It's getting a little late now considering we're towards the end of the summer, but you can still sneak in a little bit of painting if you want to do that before the fall and the winter set in. Here you go with your standard paint kit, 9 pieces for $9. That's $1 a piece. Normally $12, so that's 25% off. And one thing I will point out, if you're not aware of the situation with a lot of these cheapy roller sets, whether you get it here at Harbor Freight or Home Depot, Amazon, Lowe's, wherever you get it, these little cheapy sets, the rollers really have a lot of fuzz to them. So if you've never used one of these guys before, if it's fresh out of the box, first thing you got to do is make sure to brush off as much of the fuzzy fuzz as you can, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of fuzzy fuzz all over your wall, and that's not a good look for most people out there. So either rub your hand really hard up and down it, stick it under the faucet and rinse it off, Go outside and hit it really hard with the hose, anything, water pressure, anything like that, to get rid of all the residual fuzz that is on top of these guys, because the moment you get it wet with paint, it's going to stick to whatever you're painting, and it's going to ruin your paint job. Trust me, I know this from experience. It's never happened to me, but I've gotten a lot of these before, and the moment you take it out of the box, you see fuzz flying everywhere. So take care of that before you start painting. And if you're looking for a reciprocating saw, here you go from Hercules. The 12 amp variable speed reciprocating saw for $85. Normally $100, so that's $15 you save. Or if you need some anti-seize, an 8-ounce anti-seize lubricant from Permatex, $9 right now, normally $11, so that's a couple of bucks off, or 18%. And if you need a spindle sander, you do a lot of carpentry and stuff like that, even metalwork, and you need to sand things down, from Central Machinery, the 14-inch oscillating spindle sander, $130 right now, normally $150, so that's about $20 you save. Or for you Icon guys, there you go with the Icon 7-inch diagonal cutter for $15, normally $18, so that's 16% off, or again a couple of bucks. Or from Quen, the 1/4-inch drive low profile sealed head ratchet for $15, normally $20, so that's 25% off, or about $5. And if you need to do some organization in your shop, here you go from Storehouse, the 24-bin benchtop parts rack, $39 right now, normally $49, so that's 22% off, or about $10. And from Vulcan, here you go with some flux core welding wire, a 2-pound roll for $17. Comes in 30 or 35-inch, so that's normally $22, so that's about $5 or $6, or 22% off. And you need another generator. Here you go from Predator, the 9500 watt super quiet inverter generator for $2,200. Wow, that's an expensive puppy right there. Normally $2,300, so that's about $100 off. And how about some gloves? You need some hardy goatskin leather gloves. Here you go with the mesh back and everything. $8 right now, normally $10, so that's about $2 off, or 20% off. And here you go with the Badlands 3-ton off-road jack for $290 right now, normally $320, so that's about $30 off. And if you're looking for a battery charger, here you go with the Centec 2, 10, 40, and 200 amp 6 and 12 volt automatic battery charger with engine jumpstart. This little guy does a lot of stuff. $130 right now, normally $150, so that's $20 you save. And these little guys right here come in very handy. The Pittsburgh Automotive Plastic Fastener Kit, 240 pieces for $13. Normally $18, so that's 27% off. I have this kit. It's a decent little kit. It does the job. You know how almost everything in cars these days is put together with plastic fasteners. And a lot of times you take it off for some reason, you break them. They are pretty much disposable. So it's convenient to have this kit on hand for when you break one, just pull it out of the drawer, pop it in, and you keep on going instead of having to run to the store and buy them. And trust me, those little 4, 5, 10 packs cost a lot more than this. And if you're looking for a fixed base router, from Drillmaster, the 11 amp fixed base router for $40, normally $55, so that's 27% off. Or if you're looking for a different battery charger, from Viking, the 4 amp fully automatic microprocessor controlled battery charger and maintainer for $30. Normally $40, so that's about $10 off, or 25% off. And one thing that I will point out also, don't jump on this one too quickly, because in about a week or two, something like that, I have another one of these things that I got from Amazon that I'm doing a review video on, and it's a much better deal than this one. It has the same basic shape, same basic look. It is a battery processor maintainer, microprocessor controlled, but it is not 4, it is 10 amp. So it's 10 amp 12 volt, and it's also 5 amp 24 volts. So it'll charge up either 12 or 24 volt systems, and it's cheaper than this. It was way cheaper than this, only around $20. So if you want to save yourself some money and get a good one of these chargers, hold up and wait for that video. I think you'll like it. I was kind of impressed with this. Not too bad. It does a really good job. And here we go with the Jupiter 2000 watt continuous 4000 watt peak modified sine wave power inverter for $140 right now, normally $150, so that's about $10 you save. And if you need a variable speed hammer drill, a corded one, from Bauer, the 7.5 amp 1/2 inch version for $30, normally $40, so that's about 25% off, or about $10 you save. And how about this guy also from Bauer, the 15 amp 14 inch portable concrete pole saw for $230, normally $280, So that's about 50 bucks you save. And these guys are messy as heck. So be ready to get a lot of dust all over the place. And it says blade sold separately. So obviously you have to buy the blade. I don't know how much those blades run, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably 20 or 30 bucks for these cement cutting blades. So prepare to add more to your cost right there. And if you're looking for a monocrystalline solar panel, there you go from Thunderbolt Solar. 100 watt panel for 100 bucks, normally 120, so that's 20 bucks you save. And here you go with the Warrior 1/8 to 3/4 inch titanium step drill bit set. 13 steps on one, 6 on one, and 9 on the other. I don't know why they point all this out. They never used to, but they do now. But I have this set. It's a decent enough set. It does the job that it's supposed to do, and it has a lot of different steps to it, so it does come in handy. 9 bucks, that is the normal drop-down price on that. Normally 14, so that's 35% off. And if you're looking for a hydraulic equipment kit, here you go from Pittsburgh. The 10-ton portable equipment kit for 190 bucks right now. Normally 260, so that's 70 bucks you save. And if you're looking for a hydraulic bottle jack from Pittsburgh, the 12-ton capacity one for 30 bucks. Normally 45, that's 33% off. Decent jack does what it's supposed to do. I have one of these jacks. It's a perfectly fine jack. Crappy handles. I hate the handles, but the jack itself is fine. And from Berger, the 12-inch F-type welding clamp for 20 bucks. Normally 28, so that's about 8 bucks you save, or 28% off. Or for you Icon guys, the 400-pound capacity 43-inch professional creeper for 100 bucks. Normally 140, so that's 40 bucks you save. Or you need a safe to keep all your valuables in from Union Safe. 1.5 cubic foot electronic lock floor safe right there for 100 bucks. Normally 160, so that's 60 bucks off. Or if you need a miter saw stand from Bauer, the 400-pound mobile folding miter saw stand for 110 bucks. Normally 130, so that's 20 bucks off. Or if you need an industrial grade air hose reel, here you go from Earthquake XT, the 3/8 inch by 50 footer air hose reel for 150 bucks. Normally 170, that's 20 bucks you save. And I always point out, guys, I think this is a little bit overpriced. The smarter thing to do is get yourself either the Merlin, the Central Pneumatic one. The Central Pneumatic one is the cheapest. I have one of those, and it does a perfectly fine job. And it comes with the hose and everything. Everything you see here, the Central Pneumatic one will do the same thing for about half the price. In fact, I think it was on sale a couple of weeks ago or something like that for like 80 bucks. So definitely it's about half the price. So that's one to check out if you're interested in saving money. And here you go if you're looking for an indoor-outdoor extension cord from Vanguard, 15-foot 16.3 for 5 bucks. Normally 9 bucks, that's 44% off. Or a 1,300-pound capacity electric hoist with remote control, 140 bucks. Normally 160, that's 20 bucks you save. Or here you have the Hercules 8-amp 6-inch forced rotation dual action polisher for 90 bucks. Normally 120, so that's about 30 bucks off. Or how about a different breaker bar? Here you go from Pittsburgh, the 1/2 inch drive 18-inch breaker bar for 10 bucks. Normally 15, that's 33% off. Or here you go from Central Machinery, the 32-inch polypropylene folding sawhorse, 500-pound capacity for 14 bucks. Normally 16, so that's a couple bucks off, or 12%. Or if you want to go the inexpensive route and get yourself a digital torque wrench, here you go. Get the digital torque adapter from Quinn. The 1/2 inch drive, 25 to 250-pound capacity digital torque adapter. You can put this on any kind of wrench and turn it into a digital torque wrench. For 40 bucks right now, normally 50, that's 20% off. I don't know how accurate this is or how this compares to an actual digital torque wrench, but you can try it out. For 40 bucks, it's a bit cheaper than your digital torque wrenches are. And if you want some lighting for your yard, solar lighting from One Stop Garden, the 40 lumens 8-inch solar LED black finish spotlight for 8 bucks, normally 9 bucks, so that's about a buck off, or 11% off. 40 lumens, not very bright. I wouldn't call this much of a spotlight per se. Spotlights are generally supposed to be very bright. This guy, you probably have to put it right on top of the wall, the fence, the tree, the bush, or whatever it is that you're lighting up. Because 40 lumens, really not a lot of lighting that is coming out of that thing. I'd check something that's 100 to 150 or more, at least, to be able to get some decent lighting. And here you go if you need a concrete vibrator, 3/4 horsepower from Chicago Electric, 88 bucks right now, normally 100, that's 12 bucks you save. Or one of the Zurich OBD2 code readers with live data for 70 bucks, normally 100 bucks, that's 30 bucks off. And if you need a different engine right here from Predator, 3 horsepower horizontal shaft gas engine, $110 right now, normally $120, so that's $10 off. Or this 55 yard by 1.88 inch clear packing tape 3-pack from Stick Tech for $4, normally $6, so that's a couple of bucks off. And one of you guys commented on the last video that I talked about one of these guys. You said that they were crap and not to buy it. So there you go. I've never tried these guys out, but one of my viewers did say it's not very good, so keep that in mind. And here you go from Doyle, the 6-inch hitch vise for $100, has a lifetime warranty on it. Normally $130, so that's $30 off. And if you want a bag from Hercules, the 16-inch tool bag with 6 pockets for $10, normally $17, that's 41% off, or about $5 or $6. And how about if you're looking for a variable speed compact trim router, but you want a Hercules? Here you go, the 1/4 inch variable speed one for $73, normally $90, so that's 18% off. Or if you want a belt sander from Central Machinery, the 1-inch by 30-inch belt sander for $45, normally $50, so that's 10% off, for about $5. Has a little table and everything on there, so you can put everything nice and comfortable when you're doing your sanding. And if you're looking for an SDS Plus type masonry flat chisel set, 3 pieces, you can get it from Warrior for $15, normally $20, that's 25% off. Or from Hallmaster, the 300-pound capacity truck bed tailgate ladder for $40, normally $50, that's 20% off. And you wouldn't even have to worry about getting one of these guys if you had a Ford, because Ford, the F-150, I don't know about the 250 or the 350, but the 150 has it built into the tailgate. So there you go, you get it free if you have a Ford. That's kind of funny coming from a guy that has a Ram truck, but there you go. For you Ford guys out there, you save yourself $40. And here you go from Viking, the 1.5 amp 6 and 12 volt onboard battery maintainer or trickle charger for $15, normally $25, so that's 40% off. And if you're looking for some couplers or connectors for your air hose, here you go from Merlin, the 3/8-inch automotive quick coupler and plug set, 4 pieces for $7, normally $9, so that's 22% off, or a couple of bucks. And if you need some rope to tie something down, no judging, I'm not going to go into that. There you go from Hallmaster, 3/8-inch by 100-foot polypropylene rope for $6, normally $7, so that's a whopping $1 you save yourself, or 14% off. Sounds better when you say 14% off, right? And if you're looking for some magnetic socket holders, here you have a few to choose from. Comes in SAE or metric. The 1/2-inch drive for $15, normally $23. You have here the 1/4 inch or the 3/8 inch for $10 or $13. Normally $17 or $20. So there you go, a few bucks you can save if you're looking for some magnetic parts holders. Or if you're looking for a adjustable shop stool, here you go from Pittsburgh. The adjustable shop stool with a backrest, so it's nice and fancy. You're not going to fall off the back if you lean back. Here you go for $50 right now, normally $75. So that's 33% off. And this guy comes in 4 colors, black, red, green, or blue. And let's see, how about some other gloves? Here you go, the Chainsaw Protection Work Gloves from Hardy for $12, normally $15, so that's 20% off, or about $4. And I don't know how good these guys are. I don't know really if I would trust a Hardy glove to be a chainsaw protecting glove. Do you really want to put your chainsaw on your hand and see if it'll work? I certainly am not doing that. Not for $12, not from Hardy, not from Harbor Freight. I wouldn't trust it, but there you go. And if you're looking for some face masks, you can get a 3-ply disposable face mask 10-pack and for 80 cents. There you go, normally $1, so that's 20% off right now. Or if you're looking for this Yukon 46-inch 9-drawer mobile storage cabinet with a solid hardwood top, you can get it for $300 right now, normally $350, so that's $50 off. And if you're looking for a Badlands 12,000-pound capacity truck or SUV winch with wire rope, $280 for this guy right now, normally $350, so that's $70 off. And this guy is going to be on sale. I believe I saw some variant of this guy on sale at the parking lot sale. So you may want to check that out also and see if the parking lot sale is better or if this one is better. That way you know whether to wait or not. And if you're looking for a garden hose, here you go with the Greenwood 100-foot by 3/4 inch contractor garden hose for $30, normally $35, so that's 14% off, or about $5. And if you want a super stiff, hard to maneuver, hard to use hose, this is a good one for that. And here you go with the 1,200-pound capacity steel utility cart with removable sides, nice and fancy. $140 right now, normally $175, so that's $35 you save. And if you're looking for a really big tarp, 10 by 12 footer silver and black tarp, extreme heavy duty weather resistant tarp, only $17, not too bad. Normally $22, so that's 22% off, or about $5 or $6. And the Hercules Universal Portable Bandsaw Benchtop Stand for $90 right now, normally $120, so that's $30 off. And from Portland, the 12-amp 3-in-1 electric blower vacuum mulcher. This is a corded one. This is not cordless, even though they don't show the cord there. You got to plug this guy in. That's why it's only $40. Normally $48, so that's 16% off. Alright guys, here we are at the end of the coupons. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take advantage of these coupons. Save yourself as much money as you can. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.